Out of Sight, an Adventist pioneer story. It was like camping in the woods. Ellen White and her granddaughter Ella shared a tent that had been pitched in the land at Currabong. Lots of other tents had been put up in between the big trees too. A new school was being built in Australia, but before anything could be built, the land needed to be cleared. Some of the trees were enormous. They were over 100 feet tall. Most of these big trees were not just cut down, but had to be dug out by the roots. In order to uproot these big trees, men with teams of 6 or 8 oxen came to work. Ellen and Ella enjoyed watching the teams of strong oxen at work. Soon Ellen noticed something strange. The strongest looking ox of one team, which also seemed to be the leader, had leather flaps or binders around his eyes. This meant that the ox could only see what was in front of him and couldn't notice anything around him. She wondered why. The owner said that he put the binders on the ox so that the ox would think that the master was watching him all the time. This big, strong ox was actually quite lazy and a bad influence too. If the master stopped working for a moment to check on the plow, the big ox would immediately notice and stop working. And as soon as he stopped, he would drag all the other oxen to a standstill too. Ellen thought that the ox reminded her of some Christians. If they think someone important is watching them, then they behave like Christians should. They're kind and do what they are supposed to do. But the moment that they think that no one is watching, they begin behaving in very unchristian ways, saying and doing mean things. Ellen thought that it would be a good idea if each of us kept our eyes on Jesus and remembered that he does see and hear everything.